Benjamin Netanyahu didn't just predict 9/11, he mapped it out in detail 5 years before it happened. And now, the same chilling pattern emerges with the Charlie Kirk assassination. Years ago, Netanyahu warned America that with a single click, this nation could be brought to its knees. As Netanyahu put it, every system can be hacked to explode and serve Israel's political ends, even something as small as a lapel microphone. It sounds unthinkable, but the evidence we're about to show you points to a disturbing conclusion. The chaos wasn't random, it was engineered. Before we dive in, a quick word about our partner VP.net, the next generation of private browsing. VP.net is the only VPN designed with true zero-logging architecture. That means, unlike other VPNs, it can't track you. So even if governments or bad actors come knocking, there's nothing to hand over. Your data stays yours, period. Visit vp.net/TPV for more. Did Turning Point USA have foreknowledge of the assassination? Guess when they rented the State Farm Stadium for Charlie Kirk's funeral?
TPUSA rented that State Farm Stadium for this 21st of September in May. And you might think, they have some other event that's going on. No, you go on their website. There was no other planned event that was on the schedule for the 21st of September.
Very strange. Almost as strange as the time Benjamin Netanyahu, back in 1996, predicted the 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers, right down to the details.
I wrote a book in 1995, and I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islam is bringing down the World Trade Center.
Everywhere Netanyahu goes, explosions follow. Earlier this month in Qatar, he targeted a US ally, attempting to wipe out an entire negotiating team. And then there's the infamous Hezbollah pager attack, planned years in advance. Then on Monday, he appeared at the White House, and just hours before, a Secret Service SUV parked outside mysteriously exploded. Was it a message? It wouldn't be the first time. The Secret Service has caught Israeli operatives placing electronic devices on its emergency vehicles, not once, but twice. The pattern isn't new. The US government itself concluded that Israel was the most likely culprit behind the bugging of the White House during Netanyahu's 2017 visit. Netanyahu's own words serve as a chilling warning to America. Don't think the United States can't be brought down with a few well-placed explosions. As he put it, every system can be hacked.
With the click of a button, you can bring down nations to their knees very rapidly, if you so desire, and if you're willing to take the risks, because every system can be hacked. Our airplanes, our hospitals, our cars, our banks, actually the most important word here is our data banks. They can be hacked.
Ballistics experts are tearing apart the official story of Charlie Kirk's assassination. The magic bullet theory, pushed by Turning Point USA insiders, isn't just unlikely, it's impossible. In its place, a darker explanation is gaining traction. Kirk wasn't shot. He was taken out by an exploding lapel microphone, hacked and weaponized by hidden hands. Frame by frame, the evidence is becoming clearer. The blast originates at Kirk's DJI Mic 2. His neck and ears snap from the shockwave, his earpiece flies, and his body lifts slightly from the force. Many experts are now saying that's not a bullet, that's a detonation. And it explains the lack of an exit wound.
Little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
While the world wonders whether Israel would really dare to attack the US, to manipulate public perception and run psychological operations, Professor Jeffrey Sachs says this isn't hypothetical at all. According to him, it's standard practice for Israel.
Of course it would. Are you kidding? It's done much worse than that. It launches coups, assassinations, wars. The CIA has been involved in probably 90 or 100 covert regime change operations since it was founded in 1947. My whole life has been the United States at war. For Israel, this is standard fare. Overthrow governments in the neighborhood, expand the war, draw the United States in, and the U.S. Is always available at Israel's behest.
Sachs says Israel runs America through the CIA. And now, CIA insiders are claiming the assassination of Charlie Kirk was a federally run operation from top to bottom, just like January the 6th. From a CIA spy plane circling within striking distance that morning to fresh revelations breaking now, the pattern is impossible to ignore. Those revelations have blown the lid off a covert CIA program at Utah Valley University in the months leading up to the assassination. Investigators found that a seemingly ordinary professor was actually a CIA asset, one of 7 intelligence and security specialists quietly embedded in university roles related to campus security. And when this network was exposed, their online profiles vanished, scrubbed, memory holed as if they'd never existed.
There was a CIA professor at Utah Valley University, Rusty Needs. He was with the CNSS. I saw his bio, his photo, just a few days ago, like 2 days ago. I took this picture from the website. I got his bio, everything, and he has now disappeared. I can't find it anywhere online. If anyone can find it, please let me know. I did have this, which is still on the Facebook page. Anyway, where is Rusty Needs? Hashtag where is Rusty Needs? The CIA agent that works at Utah Valley University. Why has he gone ghost online? Okay, I did this video yesterday, and now AI is saying that these people don't exist. The 6 people that I named don't exist, and it's all fiction. Does anybody know if any of these people are real people at Utah Valley University? Okay, so I used AI to search the Wayback Machine, and here are the dates and removals. So his profile was fully accessible on September 24th, 2025, but taken down between September 24th and September 26th. He looks to be the first taken down, followed by 6 others, also in the CNSS spy school or tied to campus security. These include Dr. Elena Vasquez, National Security Policy Whiz, Professor Mark Harlan, Counterintelligence Ethics Expert, Sarah Klein, Event Logistics Liaison, Jamal Reed, Track Coach with Security Ties, T. Ramirez, Intelligence Simulations Analyst, and L. Patel, Event Planning Coordinator. Now, get this. Yesterday, I got a message from @HumanitiesGirly on TikTok saying, hey, so they removed the entire UVU directory from the internet to protect faculty and staff. It's not just him, it's everyone. And then instantly she went ghost. Her profile said not found. So now everyone's profile is down. CNSS, Rusty's department, definitely contributed to Kirk event planning via briefings, but Utah Valley Police ran the security. Also interesting is that at the same time that those 7 profiles were dropped from the website, President Tuminas quietly removed her significant ties to Zions Bank and Carnegie.
According to those on the inside, Charlie Kirk was surrounded by snakes in his final months. From his own security team, to the power plays circling Turning Point USA, to university staff who began laying the groundwork for his visit months in advance. But the most explosive revelations may not come from the usual suspects at all. They may come from inside his own home, from the family of his wife, Erica Kirk. A deep state family tied to the military-industrial complex, and with direct links to Israel. The implications are staggering. Millions of dog owners have been fed the lie that keeping our pets healthy is rocket science. Joint pain, bad breath, low energy? It's not just aging, it's a scam. Dr. Marty Goldstein, a renegade holistic vet, says that one toxic compound found in most dog foods is wrecking your pup's health. Big dog food sneaks it in, and the media stays silent, keeping you and your dog in the dark. After years of research, Dr. Marty is blowing the lid off with a free video. The truth on what to stop feeding your dog to help it live a full and healthy life. Visit healthydog1.com/TPV. The link's below. That's healthydog1.com/TPV. Watch it today, because you won't believe how simple this really is. It wasn't just the crowd crawling with feds, it was the skies. Last week, we broke the story of a CIA plane flying near the scene. Now there's even more confirmation. Aircraft N1098L, a Bombardier Global 6500, where the call sign Axel 10 loitered within visible range of Charlie Kirk's assassination as it happened. The Global 6500 isn't a commuter jet, it's a platform for military intelligence, surveillance, and even weaponized drone operations. And on that day, its flight from Biggs Army Airfield to Glacier Park International Airport mysteriously deviated at the exact critical window. Back on the ground, Charlie Kirk's security team moved with the precision of a choreographed play, like a football offense executing a drill. Yet when you watch closely, their actions make no sense. As Kirk lay bleeding, the team closed in around him, appearing to render aid. But then, right in the middle of the chaos, he makes a decision, calm, controlled. His hand rises to his metaglasses and taps the record button. Was he starting to film the scene, or stopping a recording he didn't want anybody else to see? This is truly bizarre behaviour, and it's not just us saying it. Hundreds of forensics, crime scene and security experts are calling it out right now as not normal. Blake Bednarz breaks it down.
People commenting about the sunglasses that the security guy that has the half sleeve, they basically said, hey, he's wearing the Meta Ray-Bans, and he actually went to record or take a picture of basically right over Charlie's body. So I looked at it and I was like, holy cow, they're 100% correct. He does. He goes down, and I'll impose the video right here. Take a look. He is going on the right-hand side, and he is touching this button. And what this button does, there's only one button. You hit it once. Real quick, that is a picture. It takes a picture of whatever you're looking at, okay? If you hold it down just a little bit longer, it is going to record.
Exposing the crimes of the elite never seems to make a dent. Why? Because they feel no shame. And they feel no shame because they've abandoned any moral compass. They operate by a single satanic dictum: the ends justify the means. This precept infects every corner of their ideology, from elections to open borders to climate change to assassinations. Nothing is off limits when control is the prize. And when it comes to false flags, nothing is off the table for Israel. Take Operation Susanna, better known as the Lavon Affair. For decades, Israel flatly denied it. But the truth eventually surfaced. While claiming to be America's closest ally, they had been carrying out bombings against US institutions in Egypt for years, framing others for the attacks.
Lavon Affair, part of history you were never taught. The Lavon Affair was a false flag operation carried out by Israel in Egypt in 1954. Israel was concerned about the rise of Egyptian nationalism under President Gamal Abdel Nasser and feared the strengthening ties between Egypt and Western powers, especially the US. So Israel came up with a plan. The operation was codenamed Operation Susanna, or as it is commonly referred to now, Lavon Affair. Israeli military intelligence recruited Egyptian Jews and undercover Israeli agents to orchestrate a series of bombings targeting American and British-owned institutions in Egypt. The goal was to blame the attacks on the Muslim Brotherhood, Egyptian communists or local nationalists, and damage relations between Egypt and the Western powers, particularly the US and the UK. During the month of July in 1954, the operatives carried out a series of bombings targeting American and British-owned civilian facilities in Cairo and Alexandria. The targets included cinemas, libraries, American educational centers, post offices. On July 2nd, the agents detonated bombs at a post office in Alexandria. On July 14th, they bombed the libraries of the US Information Agency in Alexandria and Cairo, and a British-owned theater. The homemade bombs, consisting of bags containing acid placed over nitroglycerin, were inserted into books and placed on the shelves of the libraries just before closing time. Several hours later, as the acid ate through the bags, the bombs exploded. On July 23rd, an incendiary bomb went off in the pocket of one of the agents outside the British-owned theater in Alexandria. On October 5th, 1954, Egypt announced the arrest of a 13-man spy ring. Egypt concluded that the operation was ordered by the Israeli Secretary of Defense, Pinchas Lavon, hence the name Lavon Affair. The 13 agents consisted of Egyptian Jews and undercover Israelis. 2 were acquitted. One of the Israeli agents, Max Bennett, lived himself on arrest. 1 unalived himself in prison. 2 more were unalived, and the rest were sentenced to lengthy prison terms. The Lavon Affair meant that Israel lost significant standing and credibility in its relations with the US and the UK, which took years to repair. In 2005, Israel publicly honored the surviving spies by presenting them each with a certificate of appreciation for their efforts on behalf of the state, ending decades of official denial by Israel that the operation ever took place. The Lavon Affair serves as proof that false flag operations are not off the table when it comes to Israel.
They call it a coincidence, we call it a pattern. From the Lavon Affair to the White House, from 9/11 to Charlie Kirk, the fingerprints are all the same. This isn't theory anymore, it's an attack on America unfolding in plain sight. From the halls of government to the skies above us, the signs are everywhere. If we don't wake up now, the next explosion won't be a warning, it'll be the point of no return. Here at The People's Voice, we are determined to continue exposing the crimes of the elite, but we need your help. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends and family about us, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. We can't do without you.